I'm 81.
And when did you start in service?
I started, well, I didn't start too soon because I was needed at home because we were a really large family. My father was a miner, there was a few of us living at home. I went into service and it's the most wonderful story. So I'm just going to say to you, that when some constable or other used to keep his eye on us and he told him this lovely story and then I don't want on to write it, that every year the constabulary in Millom had a ball, and that was the dance, but they called it the grand name of a ball, and they made enough money every year to give the poverty-stricken children of Millom a pair of clogs. So from every year, because I'd outgrown the previous years, I got a pair of clogs, and I've got a book in my possession, Never Absent, Never Late. Now I used to late children to school, L-A-I-T, the late in it, so I was never absent, never late, and to keep the attendance up at school, I used to go out and late them. It was warmer in bed than going to school, and some were absent because they were turning the mangle for mother, and some were minding the baby, and some were washing the dishes, and some were doing this, that and the other, but the chiefest reason was no shoes to my feet. Right, now, never happened to me because the police provided me with a pair of clogs. I loved the constabulary because they provided me with a means to escape from the world, an education, and all those wonderful things by their annual dance.
You didn't have footwear around the home as well?
There wasn't anything else, like nobody had any shoes or anything. I had a pair of Sunday shoes. Because I went to Sunday school and church, you see, chapel. Right. But there was no clogs. There was no people. That was the chiefest excuse when I went out, you know. When I got in the top form, I passed for the scholarship, and this was a grammar school year then.
Right.
And I passed for the scholarship, and I couldn't come because I didn't have any clothes, and I only had clogs. And how could you come to a grammar school with clogs and rags? And so I stopped in the top class 3 years, and I used to go out late and all these kids in from school. The chiefest excuse was not coming because there's no shoes to my feet. I was bare feet in the 20s in this town.
Does that mean you would not go outside?
Yes,
or?
well, we did because we always had clogs, my family.
With kids that didn't have clogs?
I don't know what happened to them, but they went barefoot sometimes. They did go barefoot in the hungry 20s. Yes, they did. Yes, but this wonderful shoe and clog fund, they called it. So I wanted to give shoes to the grammar school children, but it was clogs for me, I know. It was wonderful. And where's one of my proudest possessions is, teacher must have looked at me and said, oh, I'm going to give her that. When I was about 9, general proficiency in attendance, I got a book called A Pair of Clogs. I thought that was for me.